Hi, I'm Lindsay and welcome to my husband's shop. I am taking it over today to make this little wooden bird as someone who has little, if any, woodworking skill and very little instruction. But before we get started, I would like to thank the sponsor of this video, Trade Coffee, which I will be talking about a little bit more later. Now, let's get moving on to the first step. The template for this bird comes from Matt Lovell over at Tender Level Care. Thank you, Matt, so much for providing us with this template. Actually, he's the reason why I want to make this bird. He has an Instagram account where he makes wooden birds and puts them up, and I fell in love with it and decided I needed to make my own. So thank you so much, Matt, for the inspiration and then giving us the template to make it as well. The wood we're going to be using is walnut over from California. Our good friend Pablo actually gave us this piece of wood as a present. He came to Minnesota to visit and came with a duffel bag full of these pieces of wood, and this is one of them. So next step is we're going to now take this template, we're going to cut it out so that we can then adhere it to the piece of wood and cut that. I think that's the next step. Guess we'll find out. Matt's going to tell me one way or another if I'm right or wrong. So this looks like it should be like, you know, its little feathers and stuff, right? Like how do I get its like little fat belly? Like, don't you think? Like, this is your new home, bird. You live here now. Look at that bird. Look how cute he is. I can't believe it. He's so beautiful. I just finished rough shaping this on the bandsaw, and Matt says the next process is going to be a lot longer and tedious, so I think it's time for a cup of coffee. And while Matt makes me a cup of coffee, I'll tell you about today's sponsor of this video, Trade Coffee. Trade Coffee allows you to discover new coffees from the nation's best local roasters based on your own personal selection of coffees, and it ships straight to you within 24 hours of ordering in its compostable packaging. So how does Trade Coffee work? Well, you go to their website and you're going to fill out a quiz where you answer questions, how you like your coffee and how you make it. And based on those answers, Trade Coffee is going to pair you with the best coffee roasters to best suit your coffee drinking needs. Then you're going to tell them how frequently you want that coffee to arrive at your doorstep. And once you receive it, you'll rate and review, and you'll let them know which coffees you like, and you can keep repeating, so that way they'll send you more of those coffees. One of the coffees they sent us was Methodical Coffee. And when I filled out the quiz, I told them I like my coffee with milk, and we use a pour over or French press version. Also, this one's with chocolate, brown sugar, and berries, and I like my coffee sweeter, so this is exactly the kind of coffee that best suits me. But, Trade does guarantee that you're gonna love your first bag of coffee, and if you don't, they'll send you a new bag for free. Today, Trade Coffee is offering Matt's first 100 viewers 50% off their first bag when they sign up. All you gotta do is just click the link in the description below, take the quiz, and then put in the code Cremona50. Also, free shipping is included. Thank you again to Trade Coffee for sponsoring this video. Now let's start on the tedious work. With all these lines, I don't think that I could visually know where I'm supposed to go. So now I go, okay, I need to make this round to here. So I see the line, and it's just kind of guides me on where to turn the circle in. Because I am a less visual person than others, so I can't look at something and go, oh yeah, I can make it round. That's like gibberish to me. But seeing the line and going, okay, I need to make that line curve, that makes sense. So that's what we're gonna do. Also, no one told me this until finally Matt was like, you have to like roll it, which sounds really weird. And I do it later, in the beginning I don't. But at the end, you want to start rolling it, and then it won't be a box, it'll be a curve. I feel like people should know that. As you go like that, is how you're supposed to do it. And then when you do the down one, you go like this, and you go curve it down. Pro tip, not a pro. From a non-pro.
Pro tip from someone who just started doing this.
Pro tip from an amateur.
Okay, so progress report. How do you think it's going?
I don't want to get like I said, too confident. I think is the appropriate. I'm actually kind of impressed with myself. The first time I used this tool, I hated it, and now I feel a lot more confident on how to use it.
Would you say it's because of the awesome instruction you've had here in my shop?
Yeah, because Shannon sent me a message on how to use it, so it was awesome instruction in this shop.
What are you doing?
So yeah, no, but actually I feel a lot better, and I think part of it is once you start rounding these sides and like doing the easier, but like the bigger stuff where it's, if you feel like you made a mistake, because mine was so fat, I feel like I had a lot to work with, versus like if I had started here, I don't think that would have been very smart. So now I feel a little bit more confident because I think because I practiced on the big one, I have a better control of this, personally. So now, don't tell me to do this because watch as I break off the beak and then I cry.
We have glue.
No, not the same. Just spent, feels like a gazillion hours, but I think honestly it was like 2 or 3, maybe 4. 2 hours sanding this little puppy, and
It's a bird.
oh, it's a bird.
It's not a dog.
Ugh, awkward. It's done, sort of, basically. The sanding part is, at least. And it wasn't too bad, the sanding. It's sanding, you know. I feel like I spent too much time sanding the first grit because Matt walked in after, I don't know, like half hour, and he's like, you have to sand with the grain. And I don't know. I was like going like this, going like that, you know, doing circles on it. I guess that's not what you're supposed to do. So I think I wasted a good chunk of time doing that and undoing all the scratches I made myself. But pancake. In the words of Matt, look at that color. Look at that grain. Splash some water on this puppy. Look at that. You never know what you're going to get till you know you carve into it. That'd be you. And now the wood will eat this. Looking awesome. Without looking too awesome. We don't want this to look too good. So make sure he eats it all up. I don't forget like a tiny piece, because then I'll be really mad at myself later. And then Matt will have to hear about it for the rest of his life. And ta-da! A completed wooden bird. All right, not to pat my own back, but honestly, I'm impressed with myself that I made this. It looks, this is the one that I was using as my inspiration, and this is a hard thing to make, surely, but it's truly something that if you are an amateur or just getting started in woodworking, you can do this, you can make it. And I love that. I love that you can have very little introduction to woodworking and you can make something as neat as this, because I'm in love with this bird. I think it's beautiful, and sure, someone who has a lot more experience might make it a little bit more gracefully, but this is mine and I love it. Thank you again to Trade Coffee for sponsoring this video. Link is in the description. Put in Matt's code Cremona50 and you'll get your first bag 50% off. And of course, as always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Always happy to answer those. And until next time, happy woodworking. It's also maraca.